Today I'm going to make a long overdue video on the appliances that I use in my kitchen. We've got quite a selection in front of me, and I'm going to go over each one individually and talk about why I use it, how I use it, how much I paid for it. In the description below, I'm also going to put a link for all of these items as well. So without further ado, let's begin. In no particular order, the first item that we're going to talk about today is this hot plate. This was given to me by my landlords to use because there's no stove in our little apartment here, and so this is what we use instead of a stove. This is great for anytime we want to heat water or pasta. We also do curries on here too, so I have a nice chef's pan. We'll do curries on here, and that's basically it. Water, pasta, curries. We used to make some popcorn in here too. We would use this pot and make some popcorn on here. So this is our stove. And I don't know how much something like this costs, maybe 35 to 50 bucks on Amazon. The next item that we're going to talk about is the electric skillet. I already have a video review of this, the Presto electric skillet, and I'll put a link in the description down below so you can check out that in-depth review of this item. I originally got the Presto skillet as a gift many years ago, and it was the smaller version. You can get them on Amazon for like 30 bucks. I loved it so much. It is non-stick, so after maybe 7-8 years of having it, the bottom was getting a little scraped up, so I decided to get rid of that one and get another one. Nice fresh bottom on this, and this is the extra large version. We use this for pancakes. We use this as the base for all of our meals. We grab the and when I say we, I mean me and my partner. We get the vegetables out of the fridge and come up, and they all go in here, sautéing vegetables. For pizzas, for lasagna, for Italian food, for Mexican food, whatever dish that we're making that evening, we always start with vegetables in the fridge. We cut them up on the cutting board, and then we saute them in the electric skillet. And this is nice because, like I said, we don't have a stove, so this doubles as like a non-stick frying pan, if you will. This was about $40, $45 on Amazon. And this is one of the most used items in the kitchen today. This was a Christmas gift from Santa last Christmas. You'll notice on a lot of these items, I didn't pay for them. They were either gifts. Well, so far they've all been gifts except for the Presto skillet. But the original Presto skillet was a gift. So far so good in terms of finances. This is a 7-in-1 Instapot. I like the 7-in-1 instead of the 6-in-1 because the 7-in-1 you can do vegan yogurt in here. So we do yogurts in here, we do rice in here, beans in here. I've sauteed and I've done curries multiple times in here. So if you don't want to get the electric skillet or you don't want to do curry with the hot plate, I've done curries in here too. It works out. What I like best about the Instapot is that you don't have to babysit it. I can cook beans for it only takes 30 minutes to make beans. And then that's another benefit is with the pressure cooking, you don't have to sit there and watch the stove for 2 or 3 hours like I normally would, because I'm a pretty paranoid person. I don't want to have that boil over, start a fire. I can't go leave the house. I kind of just feel like I get worried and I have to watch it. So this is nice because not only does it take a lot less time, but it's all contained when you do this sealed. And it's just a great product. It's inexpensive. This was $60, I believe. So all things considered, this is probably in the medium range in terms of some of the other products that I have here that are more expensive. This is great. You'll notice that each one of the products that we go over has a very unique skill set, a very unique product or food that I use to cook with because it does such a good job. It does it quickly, efficiently, and so the beans and the rice, this saves a lot of time in the kitchen because I'm lazy. I want to be healthy, but I don't want to spend a lot of time in the kitchen, so this saves me a lot of time, and I can also multitask while I'm cooking. This right here is one of the oldest products that I have. Not the oldest, but I think I had the Vitamix and the Cuisinart just a little bit longer than I've had this product. But I got, this is the Apex countertop reverse osmosis system. Again, in the link I have a video review of this product. This cost me just over $200, and I was looking for, when I moved to LA, I was looking for a system I could use to filter the water because it's got chlorine, pharmaceuticals, fluoride, all kinds of weird stuff in the water. I wanted to create some clean drinking water. We have a jug over here off screen, a 5-gallon jug that I keep my water in. So I do that about once a week. And the nice thing about this is, well, one, is portable. So if you're like, man, you've moved around to a lot of places, you don't install this in the sink and then have to uninstall it. It's really easy. It just screws right in to the faucet, and then this end goes into whatever receptacle you're collecting water. You come back 45 minutes later and you got 5 gallons of reverse osmosis water. With this, I recommend you get a tester. It tests the parts per million, so it lets you know when the filters should get changed. But these filters have worked out great. They recommend you change them every 6 to 12 months, but honestly, I've had the same filters in here for 3 years, and I used my parts per million tester, and it still comes out fantastic quality. So this just goes to show Apex makes a great product here. It lasts a long time. It's extremely, extremely durable. The fittings on here are top notch. I haven't had any problems with this. They're a reputable company. They have great customer service. I've reached out to them for some free extra products that they've sent me out for free, no charge, no questions asked. Just some extra adapters based on different sinks that I've had, nothing major. I just recently replaced some of the filters. The filters are affordable. The unit itself for $200 for a reverse osmosis system is great. And I really have no complaints. The water that comes out of here is fantastic. Everyone that's tried the water that comes out of here, you do a random blind taste test, and this wins every time. So this is the best. I really have nothing but great things to say about this product, and it's probably, in terms of health, this is one of the most important products. I would say second to the Vitamix. Just in terms of ingesting healthy foods and waters, this would probably be number 2. I think the quality of the water that you drink is second to none. This right here is the Omega food processor. I forget, I think it's the 2006 is the number that comes with it. Omega, just says model, 8006. They make a couple different models. The number on the end just refers to whether it's white, black, or silver, or if it comes with, I think, either like a metal or a plastic drive. The metal, don't take my word for it, but it has to do with the longevity of the drive unit, and the better the drive unit, the longer the warranty is on it. But I think the 2, the 3, the 4, 5, and 6, it's those numbers, but they all basically do the same job. This was given to me as a gift, again, many, many years ago, 5 years ago maybe, and I've done pasta and dough and things like that in here, but the majority of what I use this for is either juicing, to make juice, carrot apple celery juice, orange juice, vegetable juices. I've lent this out to my friends who've made juices, but the primary thing I use this for is sorbet. We just get some frozen berries in the fridge, put that in here, and out comes delicious sorbet. You can put a little chocolate chips in there and get like a nice chocolate ribbons for the sorbet. So this is a great healthy dessert idea. I would say that of all the items here, if I had to get rid of one of them, it would be this, because I started out juicing, and I originally had the Breville juice fountain Elite, which I do own, but it's not in front of me here. It's in Portland. But this product is great if you like juicing. I've really moved to smoothies, and that's sort of my mode of operation right now is smoothies. I think they're better for you than juicing, but juicing definitely has a place, especially if you're really, really sick and you're in a, juicing is definitely important, but for me right now, the smoothies is the path I'm on. So if I had to get rid of one item, it would be this. This retails for just over $200. and it comes with like a 7-year or 10-year warranty on it, so it's like best in the business in terms of warranties. Because it's an auger style juicer instead of a centripetal style juicer, the opening is only 1.5 inches, so you do have to prep your food, and it takes more time to prep the food. And because this runs at such a slow rate, it takes more time to make the juice than my Breville Juice Fountain Elite. The Juice Fountain Elite, just you can put carrots, celery, cucumbers, apples, whole apples, and it just blasts through them. So anyway, I'm not going to go over the pros and cons of different juicers, but this is my Omega juicer. It's a great product for making, like I said, sorbet and like baby food. If you got kids, you want to put in like carrots and make baby food, pureed baby food. This would be great for it. But for me, I don't have a strong use for it, but I've barely used it, and when we do use it, it comes in handy. So there's no harm in keeping it around. The second oldest product that we have here is this Cuisinart 9-cup food processor. This differs from the Blendtec, or the Vitamix, I should say, the blender, because you'll see the blade is big and it spins at a much slower rate. So it's great for things like sauces, purees, hummus, salsa, fillings for things, if you're looking for creamy fillings for things. There's also an attachment that you can put on here for grating. So instead of grating 15 carrots, you just put the carrots right through the top, and you can, we grate carrots, we make coleslaw with this. I would say of all the items here, this is probably the second item I would get rid of. There's nothing that this does come in handy for like mixing and pureeing a lot of items that the Vitamix would otherwise pulverize, making salsas and saving time in the kitchen. But there's nothing that you do here that you couldn't really do in the Vitamix at a slower speed or with a lot of time chopping and grating. So this is more of a convenience item, not a necessity item. This retails, when I got it, for around $150, $160. It's 9-cup, so it's got quite a big size if you're cooking for a few people, but not so big where if you're cooking for yourself or one other person that it's overwhelming. It's easy to take care of and clean and take apart, and I've had this since 2012. So a lot of these items we don't use a lot of, so they last a while, and when you need it, you really need it. It's not something you use often, but when you need it, it really comes in handy. This is called the Cuisinart Prep 9-cup food processor. The next item I have here is my Hotplate air popper. I will put a link in the description below of me using this product. 90 seconds from the time you plug it in till making popcorn. It's quick, it's easy. I haven't had a single issue with it. I use it almost on a daily basis for the last month and a half since I had it. You just put the popcorn in there, you wait 90 seconds, and bam-o, you got popcorn. It's great for like a low-calorie, low-fat snack or dessert. Instead of eating dessert, we have popcorn. So this is, and it's fun. I've taken it to potlucks, I've taken it to parties, taken it to friends' houses. So this is like, I think this cost me $25, $24 on Amazon. So this is one of the most inexpensive items here. And it works out great and makes a great dessert. So I would say, and I was never really a fan of popcorn, but I'm telling you, you use one of these and you fall in love with it, and it's just great. And popcorn is considered a whole grain, so if you get 3 cups of it, it's 1 serving for whole grains. So this is one of the funnest items. This is one of the most well-used items, and for being inexpensive, if you got kids or a husband or a wife that wants to eat a little bit healthier, they can go ahead and get one of these. They're easy to set up. There's no buttons. There's nothing to fix. You just plug it in and off you go. But anyway, the Hotplate air popper, love it. Second to last item, we're going to be talking about my Mr. Coffee. This I got at a White Elephant. So far you can see a lot of these were gifts, or I got them at parties. I didn't pay for most of this stuff. The only thing I paid for was the reverse osmosis system, the Vitamix that I haven't covered yet, and the Presto, but I had a Presto before that. So anyway, most of these items I haven't even paid for. Oh, and the popcorn maker. Well, and the Cuisinart. So I guess I paid for most of these items. Anyway, this I got as a gift. They run for like 10, 15 bucks. You can go to like a Goodwill or a secondhand store and pick up these. This is a little coffee grinder. I'm a coffee fan, so you just put the coffee in there, press it down, bammo. So if you like fresh coffee grinds, this works great. If you want to make flax meal from flaxseed, you can grind up seeds and nuts in here. But most of it's just used for coffee. You can't really have coffee without fresh coffee grinds. This you could do without, because most grocery stores have a place where you can grind your coffee fresh. And I'm not like a super big coffee connoisseur. I just like it. So this I could do without, but the fact that it was free and it's so inexpensive and it's handy to have, and I don't go through a lot of coffee at home, so I prefer to grind my beans here, but otherwise nice to have. But certainly if I had to get rid of one item, this would be it. Last but not least, we're going to go over my favorite, my most used item, and my most filmed item. That is the Vitamix blender. If you've watched any of my videos, you know that I am a smoothie fiend. I drink smoothies as often as I can. I try and drink a half gallon a day. Some days I do better than others, but I have over 300 smoothie videos on my channel. This is one of the most used items by far. The popcorn maker is the most frequently used item, but long term, I've had the Vitamix for 7 years, and I get it refurbished. You don't buy them new, you get them refurbished. You just spend 300 bucks on them, refurbished from the factory. They come with a warranty and everything that you see here, and they work great. And I wouldn't get a Ninja. I wouldn't get, any of the Oysters or Hamilton Beach or anything like that. You're getting either a Blendtec or a Vitamix. I'm not going to go over too many details about smoothies because I have so many smoothie and blender videos, but you'll notice that this looks a little different than my other blender because my Vitamix is black and this one is white. Why is that? Because I found this in someone's trash today. Someone was throwing out a brand new Vitamix. Believe it or not, brand new. Look at that. It still had the styrofoam in it. Brand new, never used. Look at that. This is a $350 blender that I got for free. How's that for free appliances? One of the most expensive items here I got for free. It just shows you be at the right place at the right time. I ran this through the dishwasher, so it's clean. We're good to go. I'm going to probably sell this on Craigslist for a couple $100 because I don't need a second one. My other Vitamix works great. Yeah, love it. Couldn't live without it. If I had to pick one item out of all of these today, it would be this. This is number one, baby. This is what's, this is my lifeblood here. But anyway, this is the white Vitamix, and this is, I guess they call this the Total Nutrition Center. Mine's the 5200. But they're both, assuming they're both about the same. But anyway, great products. Cheers to Vitamix. If you have any questions about any of these items, post and leave comments down below. Again, in the description, I'll put a link for all these items, how much I paid for them, and if I have any other videos, I'll try and link them as well so you can check out my product reviews. Cheers.